Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World, and in this video we're going to review a regular Lero. So I will start by saying how good this unit is, and then we're going to go through his skills, his equipment, and all the other points. So the first point is how good is this unit, and I will say this guy is an excellent support in my opinion. I think like his kit is really solid and 3 out of 4 skills are really helpful. The thing is, it doesn't have a great synergy with the green element unless you have Collab Rachel and you have or you have Ren built. If you don't have those two units, which are both like SSR plus units, this guy doesn't really fit well in the green element. But it does fit really well in the blue element because, well, one, this guy lacks survivability quite a bit. Like if you don't have a really good support set, which you probably don't, this guy is going to like die really easily. But Escanor can help a ton with it because obviously of the 30% increase in physical and magic resistance, really huge. So you don't need a really extremely good Runda set for this guy to survive the fight. So that's one reason why it works well with blue. And the second reason is that blue has a ton of magic damage dealers like Kunran and Meliodas, and both of them can benefit hugely from Leroro's passive. And then they have, again, Kunran, which benefits a ton from the basic attack portion of Leroro's kit. We also have units like Elizabeth. Again, I mentioned 3 collab units out of 4 units, but fine. It works really well with Elizabeth as well. It works great with also other colors, like we can take, for example, Viol works really well with them. I wouldn't necessarily play him with it, like with Leroro, but still, there is synergy there. So, really good. It works extremely well with Machiny, the big one, the purple one that nobody care about. I don't care about her either. But now with Revolution and with Leroro, I might as well take her to S rank. Pretty sure, even S plus, I think. I think she deserves an higher spot than Oakin, to be honest. But I haven't tried her, so it's just speculation for now. But this is not a video about Machiny, so I'm going to stop there. But yeah, definitely works really well with Machiny. Again, basic attack user and magic damage dealers are what we look for as a good pair for Leroro. Edan also fits in this category, really huge. And other units that are only have one of the two things, like either only magic damage or basic attack, can also work with him. They're not going to benefit 100% from it, but still, I would say a nice balance. Like you could pair him with Hiwa, you could pair him with Compress Rack, stuff like that. It will definitely help, just not as much as the previously mentioned units. So that's the thing. Again, really weak in survivability, unfortunately, unless you have a 100% resistances Runda or just 90% plus, then he's going to reliably survive. He might need Orange 4 if you don't have him with like the 100% resistances or you don't run him with Escanor and stuff like that. But still, I would say once you have him 3 red, you don't necessarily need more than that. Rainbow 5 is fine. Orange 4 helps if you have not a really great resistance set, as I said before. But yeah, that's pretty much the reasoning. Like if you want to run him with Escanor, you don't need Orange 4 and Rainbow 5. It's fine. If you want to try and run him alone, then you need all the copies you can get. I still don't have him Rainbow 5 because I'm still waiting for the last temples from the hot deal summon, and I'm also waiting for the standard summons to see if I can get a few more copies, and then I will open the last boxes. I think I have Rainbow 2 at the moment. It's still more than enough. I mean, I don't feel like I have any issues. The special skill is huge, but it's not as mandatory, I would say. It's fine if you don't have him Rainbow 5, to be honest. Now, let's quickly go over the skills, because I already talked probably a bit too much about this unit already, so let's go below here. Yeah, Rainbow 2. So, the skills. Now let's start with the passive. Pretty straightforward and simple. All allies will get 16% magic pierce at the start of the battle, increasing by 6% every 10 seconds, max stack 4. This means a total of 40% after 40 seconds, but we'll see later with the exclusive equipment it goes down to 20 seconds total. So quite good. Then we have the first active skill, which is kind of weird, in my opinion, is probably the worst skill of the kit, but it's still quite good. I mean, this damage scaling is nice, but with him being a SSR support, his damage, like his base attack is not that high. There is the fact that he's getting an 80% attack boost from the special skill, which is cool. So this skill could deal some damage if you want to go with a bit more accuracy on him. With him being a support, is not that hard to go over the enemy evasion. So yeah, definitely you could do that, and the damage will be okay, I would say. The thing is, he's going to paralyze the enemy with his first attack, and with the exclusive achievement we're going to see in a second, is getting 50 energy for every enemy hit for every tick of damage. I was unsure about it, so I checked it in the arena simulation and just put Rainbow 5 Lero with the exclusive achievement unlocked. I waited for him to cast this active skill, and I noticed that every single lightning bolt that comes down in this lightning zone gives him 50 energy, which means if you're fighting like 3 enemies that are close range, and you're hitting all 3 of them, you get 150 energy per second. So that might make me like build a bit more accuracy on him, because at the moment I don't have slot 1 and 3 of the gear leveled up. I think I will do it, because at the moment I'm sitting at 657, which means this guy is never going to hit at floor 52 that I'm currently at. So I will take him, like I will give all the accuracy boosts that I can at the moment, and will take him over 850-ish, I would say. So definitely not to underestimate this skill. Is the weakest one of all, but it's still a really solid one. Will help you spam this one, which is also quite huge. Now, for the other active skill, this one is huge. It's going to enhance his weapon, applying Blitz to all allies for 8 seconds. In these 8 seconds, all the basic attacks of your allies will deal 120% more damage and decrease the energy of the targets by 16, which is a low amount, but with the ranged units we have now with the Revolution system, as I mentioned before, they get a shit ton of attack speed. And their basic attacks will deal a ton of damage, and they will also decrease the energy of the enemy. This is a huge active skill. It only lasts for 8 seconds, but with enough swiftness, the uptime is not that bad, to be honest. And if you can make this guy survive, it will cast it a few times during the battle. Really game-changing, really huge, in my opinion. It also affects like Summon Being, which means it works really well with Ren. He's also one of the units mentioned before. Ren with L-set and resistances. He is a really great unit. He's going to attack really quickly, and is going to give the bull this additional effect, which not only boosts the basic attacks by 120%, but also by an additional 60%, and will also decrease the energy. So you have one more unit that's going to apply the energy decrease. Really, really insane, guys. Then we have the special skill. This skill is quite simple. I would say it's going to cast a barrier that lasts 6 seconds for all allies. The ally with the lowest HP, which is kind of a bummer, had it been the highest attack, that would have been huge, but it's still fine. Lowest HP is a bit RNG, but okay, we can live with it. That ally is going to get attack and defense increased by 80% for those 6 seconds. This will not apply to Lero, but again, we have the exclusive achievement that will apply it 100% of the times to Lero as well. Then we have the main effect of this barrier, which is blocking projectile attacks. And not only blocks the damage, it also heals the hit allies by 400% of Lero's attack for each projectile. As far as I saw, there is no internal cooldown, So when you're fighting like two ranged units, all your units are going to be full HP. It's really insane, really insane. This guy can help a ton against like Viol or Edan, those kind of units. Really, really good. A really good skill. Could make it worth the Rainbow 5, but I wouldn't see it as a really big priority, in my opinion, I would say. Still quite fine. He can still generate enough energy in his kit. So that was the skills. Now let's have a look at the exclusive equipment that I already mentioned, like almost all of the effects. But we have level 1 is the 50 energy for each enemy hit by lightning zone, which applies again for every single tick. So the more enemies you hit, the more energy you regen, and the more special skill you cast. Really, really good. And the level 2 is going to be each projectile stopped with Shinsu barrier increases the target ally's defense by 10% for 6 seconds, max 5 stacks. Again, defense increase is not really the biggest of buffs, but nothing to really ignore. Really, really good buff overall. Then we have the thing I said before, when he's increasing attack and defense of an ally with the special skill, is also going to get the 80% attack and defense. Pretty cool. Level 4 is the passive is going to stack instead of every 10 seconds, every 5. So as I said before, from 40 seconds total to 20 seconds total for the 40% magic pierce. Quite a good exclusive equipment, definitely worth taking to plus 30. Now for the gear, at the moment I only have slot 4, which I think is the most important. You want him to survive, so you need the resistances. That's the only like slot I've leveled up, but I will definitely level this one up as well, as I said, because I want the additional accuracy. I want him to be hitting enemies with the lightning strike so that he can keep up the special skill as much as possible. And the same with this one. I will just level it up as much as I can just to get the additional accuracy from here and get him. Yeah, probably 850 is too high, but like 750 should be doable without too many problems. And I also don't have the, yeah, I do have the ignition weapon equipped. Okay, whatever. This one, I would never recommend. Like, if you really want, have the resources to spare to upgrade it, meaning coins. Coins are really important, guys, in the late game, I would say. So I wouldn't necessarily waste them on these additional crit rate and crit damage, but if you really feel like you have enough resources, do it. Feel free to do so, but I don't recommend it. So yeah, that's enough for the gear. Now for the ignition weapon part, I would say the best sets to run on him are Doris and Runda. Pick whichever fits best your current team composition and whatever. I would say, yeah, I run him with those two sets mainly. There is really nothing else to run him with. I wouldn't use Bergamot. It could help his survivability, but you lose on the utility portion of it, and you still want to try to get as close as possible to 100% resistances. My current one is not the best. I have 95% magic resistance and only 80% physical. It's true that I still have to upgrade this piece, but still, this piece is really shit. But okay. Yeah, I think I can get more, definitely. I will try to push for 100% in both, but yeah. With these, this guy is not really surviving that well at the moment. You still need someone to like be tanking it for him or just drawing aggro or stuff like that. So you definitely want to get like at least I think 95% in both. But again, if you're playing with Escanor, the amount I have here is totally fine. It's not going to die. So you don't need even the orange for. You don't really. And yeah, that was it for the ignition weapon. For the report, as I said, I would go for the accuracy, but with him being a support, definitely prioritize other units. There is the thing that there is really no good unit that's using the three-way speakers. So he's probably the best one to be prioritizing for that. So I think getting him to Rapport 6 is not that unreasonable, and we're also getting the free speakers on the shop, so definitely get him to Rapport 6. Now, I would say for this unit, that's all. I could probably show a few clears, maybe, since we are still within the 17, 18-minute mark, which I think is a reasonable length for this kind of video. So let's go for a showcase. I think I used him in the early floors here, probably more towards here in the 51st. Yeah, okay, I used him here. I wanted to try whether it was going to benefit more Meliodas or Kuran, and I also used him with Escanor. Let's have a look. Yeah, this one seems like a good one. Here, Kuran didn't do a great job, but whatever. It's fine. Let's have a look at the clear. I will try to add some comments here and there, but really there is not much to say. Blue is really great because Escanor is huge. Now, let's see. He's going to cast... Okay, this one is the basic attack boost, and Kuran can really benefit from it. We have Meliodas that's getting benefit because his special skill has additional stacking with additional magic pierce. Now, look, the additional damage there is huge. The additional special skill is not helpful now that there is only that guy there. There are no projectiles, so the barrier is not going to shield anything at all. Now it's only 5 guys against Urek. We need to wait for Urek to die, basically. There's really not much. Unfortunately, at this speed, it really seems way too slow. I'm not used to seeing like 1 per speed. But it's okay. Escanor is reducing the healing that Urek receives. Then we have the additional damage on both Meliodas and Kuran. The additional basic attack damage that benefits more or less all of them. So yeah, sooner or later, Urek is going to die. Yeah, there it is. And Meliodas died with him. Fine, whatever. So yeah, we can see like just how much utility Lero is also providing. Like without him, this fight would have probably timed out for sure, because it was giving 40% magic pierce to 2 units and 120% basic attack damage to like all of them. Really, guys, huge. Then we have, I don't know, let's also look for probably 5116. Let's see if I change the comp a bit more. No, I think it's the same comp, so let's definitely look for a different one. This one, again, same. I just replaced Kuran with Child and Dorsey, whatever, doesn't really matter. Let's go 5124. The enemies changed, so I might use it in a different team. Yes, okay, I did. There is no Escanor here, so I'm guessing this guy is going to die. Yeah, looking at the damage dealt and heals, this guy probably died before the special skill. We can still have a look at it, but it will mainly be Kunran, because that guy with Upgrund really manages to deal a ton of damage. Let's have a quick look, but I think that guy will die immediately, so I will just close this replay and maybe look for something else. I think also the trials, I used him a bit. We can have a look at the latest trials, and it should be fine. But then is only green teams. We'll see. Yeah, he died already. Really? Okay. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. So let's see, maybe more like 40, the last stage of this one. No, I didn't even use him here, probably on the early ones of the 51, because here we were against red enemies, so that guy is taking a shit ton of damage. Let's try 5128. Otherwise, I will just close this video here, probably. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Yeah, he died immediately here. Dealt no damage. And again, Kunran is really a great carry, guys. With the Upgrund set now, is really a great carry. Well, against the red team is quite easy, but whatever. Let's just have a last check just at the trials to see if I can find a different use case here. The question is, how can I see the replay for the trials? I think I can only do it here. Okay, yeah. Fortunately, I can change it even if there is no recent clear. Let's see. I didn't use him. Probably not even before. Yeah, I think I just used the previous team comp. Oh, no, wait. Okay, I was just looking at lower ones. I didn't even have him yet. This one, there is also a Yuri Rainbow 5, probably not the best example. And he probably died immediately. Ah, yeah, it's against red. Damn it. Quite the hard fight, if not for Ren. Ren is really huge in the green element trials because that guy can just tank. Look, like it took no damage. For the whole duration of the fight, it took no damage. Now, this fight could be interesting. Lero is still strong against red because he can counter Viol, he can counter that annoying Hansung Yu. I really hate Hansung Yu. He needs to die first, otherwise he could kill my Ren, but whatever. Let's just have a look here if Lero could be of any help. Unfortunately, again, I don't have 100% resistances on him, so he can die. He's there in the back, well, not in the back, next to the hard. Okay, basic attack boosted. Special skill cast, and now look at the healing. If the close range units don't attack him, he should heal quite a ton. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, look, Viola attacked him and he's full HP. So that special skill against ranged units is huge, really huge. And also the additional damage heal here helped a ton, both Ren and Rachel. So definitely there is synergy. The unfortunate thing is that he has synergy with SSR plus green units, and one of the two is not even like available anymore. So just a weird thing, but Lero, again, definitely worth pulling for. So yeah, that's pretty much my review. Let me know if you have any doubts, questions in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!